Hello Limit Breakers, I'm Aaron, EU Challenger mid laner, and today is honestly an amazing day. So I thought to myself, why don't we review a Sylas game from the undisputed best player in the world right now. And of course, I'm talking about none other than my fucking self. I wish. I'm talking about Rookie, Invictus Gaming mid laner, the current world champion. This guy is an absolute monster. Look at it. Rank 50 in a Korean solo queue, 72% win rate on Sylas, 54 games played, so he knows what he's doing on this champion, and he is going to show us how he does it against the most hated champion in history. You guessed it, Yasuo. So as for his runes, he always goes for the Aftershock. Makes sense, you know, why not be invincible when you can? And the secondary tree is interesting, and the reason why he goes for Transcendence is because his build, his favorite build on Sylas is AP build. It's Proto Build into Zonias and Lichbane. That means 30% CDR, and just to hit the sweet spot, he goes for this one. Double Adaptive Force is standard, and then Armor against AD and MR against AP. The summoner choice is interesting. So when he's playing against an all-in champion, such as Yasuo, Zed, Fizz, Talon, all those champions you really hate, he goes for Ignite for some extra punch in the all-ins. But if he is playing against a ranged champion that's more about like poke and controlled slow lane, he goes for a TP, and it does make sense. So he goes for the Q max into W and E. But what's interesting is that he always starts with E first and then W, and that's mostly for the just level 1. If you put a single point in the ability, the E is so good. It's like 2 spells in one, and W is also ridiculously strong. So yeah, it makes sense. I am really excited. This is an explosive matchup, guys. Look at the Naruto run. So he always starts with the Corrupting Potion. It makes sense, it's so strong, and the synergy with the Dark Seal that he likes to get every single time on his first bag, unless he has enough gold for the revolver. It's so much synergy. You never have to think or worry about potions. It's so nice, you know, you base and you just buy normal items. You don't need to think about potions at all. It's so efficient with the Dark Seal when it increases the healing. So yeah, do the same. You can't do wrong with it. Now he's playing against Yasuo. This is going, both have Ignite, both are melee, and both kind of want to all in each other. So it's going to be very explosive, and I'm excited. So the thing about Yasuo is that his all-in is much stronger than Sylas in the early levels. From level 2 is definitely stronger. So what Sylas wants to do is use his stronger level 1 to set up the wave in a way that he has bigger wave and has higher chance of fighting Yasuo. Puts the ward in the bot side, pretty standard, to see where the junglers start on the crabs. Okay, Yasuo goes for a Q, so it's on cooldown, and that's when Rookie goes for a trade. And notice how, thanks to the passive, he still gets the minions. Now, he ate a Q. Well, it's not that big of a deal. Interesting that he's not using his potion. He should, honestly. Now, as you can see, he has a slow push, so his wave is bigger, and he will hit level 2 sooner, yeah. And now he can zone Yasuo from those minions. And that's pretty much what you want to do against melee champions. Okay, now he tried to dodge the tornado of Yasuo. Okay, goes for a fight, and now this is what I was talking about. Like, Yasuo's extended trade is much stronger than Sylas, so he trolled a bit here, but goes for the clutch shield, Aftershock, dodges the Q, waits for W passive, gets the kill. So this was a mistake on Rookie's part, but he still turned it around. Pushes the wave, goes for a reset, and he's honestly in a really good spot. He still has the Ignite, that's a big thing. As you can see, he goes for Dark Seal, boots, and a control ward. Pretty standard. Now the wave is coming into him, and because he's stronger and Yasuo has no flash, he has two options. He can push and get the priority, or maybe try to freeze the wave and call his jungler, because it's so easy to set up ganks on Yasuo now, and he's so scared, as you can see. He's not even coming close to the creep wave. Now he's trimming the wave so it doesn't crash under his tower. He also doesn't have a very good idea on where Sejuani is. But it's not like they can really gank him unless he overcommits. Now he sees Sejuani bot side, so he knows he's safer and misses the E. But it's fine, like, right now he has way too much sustain, it's way too strong for Yasuo. And the thing is, if you have Ignite against Sylas, okay, that's an easy kill. Just, it wasn't even anything really complicated. He just weaves auto attacks in between his spells to proc his passive, and once Yasuo is below 40%, he goes for a W, maximum damage, ignites, he's dead. Now he knew that Seju was ganking bot side, and she was coming to here for the Raptors. He is aware of that and just picks another really easy kill. Basis for the Revolver. It's insane how strong he is right now. The wave is again perfect for him. He didn't really lose much and he can just keep farming. Okay. Decides to go for a priority. No Windwall on Yasuo. Now he has no cooldowns. And this was all in a bit of a weird time. So again, very clutch. Knows his limits pretty much on the champion. Like, it's very important to know what you can do on Sylas. Usually the enemies don't know it. They feel like they can kill you, but you W, look how much HP he healed back with that. So the thing is, it was a slight mistake that he didn't respect that enemy support. It happens all in high elo, but in high elo, mid lane, honestly, is everyone is coming mid lane. Maybe not top laners, but even top laners come. Bot laners come and you have 5v5s in the mid lane, even 3v3s in the early game. It's crazy, and enemy support had tempo on the Galio, so he didn't have to go bot lane, he just went straight to mid lane. And if Rookie wasn't that fat, it could go wrong, but he feels so strong, so he went for it anyways. He sees Sejuani on a ward. He is so strong, he also knows that his top laner has priority. His jungler can come, so he tries to contest them. Doesn't get them. And this looks like a fail because he didn't get anything, but he actually got so much. Now, everyone in his team knows that Sejuani is 20% HP. She's going to her blue buff and she absolutely cannot gank anyone. It's like having a map hack, and he didn't even lose a single... Okay, now 1 minion to the tower, but he didn't really lose anything in the mid lane, and that's just something that lower elo player would never do, right? But yeah, this is so big. This Seju is out of the game for at least next minute. Plays to his bot side, knows that Galio is first on the move. And it doesn't really matter, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. Always be mindful of the Yasuo Qs because, like, people don't dodge against Yasuo, but it's actually so much of his damage early game. And it's fairly long cooldown before he gets a lot of attack speed. Now his jungler is close at Raptors. There's no way they can burst him. So he can play aggressive, really aggressive. And now Sejuani is level 5 and Yasuo 2, they just can't do anything to the Sylas. And when they try, they're risking way too much. Dodges the tornado, tries to go for the all-in. If he hit that, he kills the Yasuo. Because he uses the Yasuo ultimate, he has Ignite. He predicted that he would go for that minion. Wow. So he queued on the spot where the minion was because he knew Yasuo will eat there. He got the double explosion on his Q. Then just eat away from the tornado and W Ignite. He's dead. Puts vision. Now he has free time to do something. And there's a fight in the bot lane. So he goes down, covering his side. He doesn't get anything in the situation, but it's possible that maybe the fight could go differently and he just guaranteed that he turned the fight around. And there's nothing he's losing mid. He's gonna lose like those 3 minions, but honestly that doesn't matter too much, right? Missed the cannon sadly. Again, he sees Sejuani in the bot lane, so he's completely safe. And honestly, way too strong. Passive proc into W, another passive. Let's put the camera on the Sylas again. So Galio is coming to cover him. That's nice. Again, he feels he can play aggressive. Right now, he will get ganked. Galio is there to help him, and they will turn everything around. Goes deep, misses the E, sadly. If he hit it, he could have been looking for the kill. Now Yasuo is under so much pressure. Gets another plate. Goes ahead real quick to grab the blue. 2 levels ahead. 20 CS ahead. It's such a nice spot to be in right now. Sylas snowballs really hard because he's kind of a champion that is like a stat checker, you know? Either you have enough damage to kill him, or you don't. Again, he put the Q where Yasuo would E, so he got the double explosion. Saw the pike in top side. Sees that Renekton can move as well, so let's see what he's gonna do. Goes for the all-in, sees that Galio is coming. Yasuo missed this combo, it doesn't really matter. Flash on Yasuo, I think he will flash into a W. Nice, and very easy kill. Now the wave is fine, he has nothing to do, he could reset, but he has like so much time, like almost a minute, because Yasuo is dead. He's gonna threaten bot side, takes the Kalista ultimate, puts Galio into her. Waits for the CC. There's no way he would die. Like, he will W almost to half HP. And that's even when the thing is not maxed. Decides to stay and finish the first blood tower. It's just so they get the tower before the enemies. Yeah, exactly. And Ezreal, after spawning, will probably catch the mid wave. So nobody is losing anything. This is really good. Now, if you look at the gold, okay, he has more than double the gold of Yasuo. So he has nothing to do. He's gonna just sit here and camp the Kalista. He will use the fast burst combo to get her down. Look. Yes, it's so easy. So basically how you do this is you Q right after your second E. So he will E in a brush and then use his second E and Q immediately, and both spells will come off at the same time. Look, E, then EQ, they come at the same time. The CC will guarantee the second explosion into passive, Proto Belt, W, and she's done. And you don't always need all the passive procs you can get. Like, if you're playing in Squishy, if you're this fed, and you just want to burst them as fast as possible, do this. So now he's going to go mid lane. He doesn't have to go bot lane, like the wave is too far. He just goes to support his team. And now the things are gonna happen around top lane. So he goes, he has no vision, almost. So, but he's so strong, he just walks, face checks everything. And everyone has to run. Like, this guy, this is a big mistake from Pyke. There's no way he could have done anything. So there is a fight. Kalista used her ultimate. He takes the Renekton ulti. Really strong. Okay. Kills the Kalista so easily. No, I don't think he will go for a dive here. Maybe on the Pyke. I think Pyke is pretty done. There's no way to escape this. And he's done. So honestly, at this point, unless he would troll really hard, the game is pretty much over. There's nothing to take on the map, so it just goes for the red buff. Even W'd the red buff because he doesn't need it for the fight. Misses his Q completely. Zonias. Proto belts him to death. Ah, this was so close. He already was channeling his W. So this was a bit troll on his part. Goes back to mid lane. Has the Mercs because of the Renekton and Sejuani. They have a lot of stunts. Seju ulti is so powerful for the engage for the Sylas here. Something is happening around bot side, so he's hovering there. He knows that Ezreal is gonna pick up mid. It's fine with him. The noise to Sejuani here. Now this is a weird game to like go over. It's just so one-sided. It's basically just stomping lane and then using that lead. That's what happens with like Yasuo's, you know, because you're... Wow, okay. Ultis the Pyke, almost got him as well. and enemies FF in 15 minutes. So yeah, this is how the world champion plays. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any criticism or praise or whatever, don't hesitate to tell me, and see you next time.